Ryley, you were about 7 years old and playing a game, and little did you know that there were some scouts from Wolves watching on, and then you were invited to go for trials there.
Yeah, so I was just playing for my local Sunday League team, Saha, and I was playing a game. I think I was playing up front, to be fair, which is a bit out of position for me. But yeah, Wolves scout came and spoke to my mum and dad, and they were watching, and just got me for trials there, really, yeah.
And they didn't progress. Were you disappointed at the time, or did you actually feel maybe inspired to go that step further?
I think it's because I was so young. I didn't really understand the whole academy process, because only like seven or eight. So I wasn't really fully aware of the academy process. So I wasn't really bothered by it, because then I just kept back playing with my mates at Sunday League football. So wasn't really too disheartened by it.
And then your hometown club, Shrewsbury Town, came knocking.
Yeah, so I was playing a school game for my local, my school, St George, my primary school. So just playing just every year you have a tournament between all the other schools. And then, but yeah, in the final of that like stage progression thing, scored about 2 goals, I think it was 2 goals. And then Cal Mackenzie, who was the Shrewsbury like lead phase coach at the time, spoke to my mum and dad and then got me in for some trials, 6-week trials.
And then you were there for a few years. Any particular games that stand out for you?
We played against Liverpool, away at Liverpool. That was under 15s, but I think we played their 14s because we probably would have get a bit thrashed. We played against their 15s, but no, that was a really good experience. Pitch was lovely, facilities were unbelievable. But yeah, that's one I remember.
And you are a Liverpool supporter as well, so
yeah.
that must have been extra special.
I think we won that game, to be fair, as well. I think we won. I think it was about 1 or 2-0. But that was obviously a nice experience. Well, me and Dad, my brother, went as well, just to see what Liverpool was all about, and it was great, yeah.
And your footballing journey continued. The under-16s, you moved a little bit further along the A5 to Park Hall, where we are now.
Shrewsbury didn't want me as a scholar, so then straight away, Si Smith got in contact with my dad, saying they'd be watching me for a few seasons, because obviously played against TNS, being from Shrewsbury. We used to have quite a good games, bit of rivalry, I'd say. But yeah, Si Smith messaged me dad, come for some trials at TNS for the scholarship, and here I am now.
And you mentioned the fact that you were released by Shrewsbury. Was that perhaps disappointing, or were you expecting it at that stage?
I'm not sure really, because there was three of us left at the time, including Reese, who's come to TNS as well. There was 3 outfield players and 1 keeper, so we kind of had a kind of incline, but no, they just said no to all of us, to be fair, and then came to TNS and couldn't be any happier.
And you've had some memorable games here.
Yeah, we have. We actually played against Shrewsbury. When was it? About 6 months ago, was it now? I actually managed to score in the game as well, past Reese. But no, that was a good game. A bit of rivalry as well, so it's always nice, isn't it?
And you were involved in the FAW Youth Cup final. You started in that one back at the tail end of last season.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was a really good game. We thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. We kind of over-anticipated it, kind of. But no, as soon as we got into the swing of things, it was a good game in the end. Got a nice, comfortable win.
And we've mentioned a couple of disappointments perhaps in your career so far, but you signed a professional contract here with the New Saints.
Yeah. So it was obviously lovely to show that hard work is slightly paying off, but I'm just going to try and keep pushing now, try and get another year or 2 if I can. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
And there's some excellent coaching staff here as well, of course, at Park Hall, the 2 Simons in particular, that you have a lot to do with.
Yeah, they helped me a lot, to be fair, with my progression, because I used to take a lot of touches on the ball, and since they've helped me understand the game more, they've improved my footballing career a lot, I would say.
And we've mentioned the signing of the first professional contract. For some people, perhaps outside of football, they would think, you've now made it, but actually the reverse is true, and you could say that the real hard work begins now.
It is. The real hard work just starts now, because it's good getting to that point, but really you want to push even more, get more years out of the club, stay here as long as possible, and try and push into the first team as much as possible.
And I guess you've probably answered the next question in some ways, because what are your plans for the upcoming campaign?
I reckon I'm going to try and push on for another year or 2, and try and get my debut hopefully, and push into the first team and push the players in the same position as me as much as possible. Bit of competition, which is always nice.
Well, Ryley, thank you for your first interview today with the New Saints. Hopefully more to come.
Hopefully more to come,
during the course of the campaign. And from all of us at Park Hall, all the very best for the 2023-24 season.
Thank you very much, Rev.